You know, I did one of these about 10 years ago, and because it's an open roadster, you'll tend to see, you know, rocks will hit this part of the roll cage. But even on that 10-year-old build, there were very minimal rock chips, especially compared to paint. So it's a really good investment in the longevity of your race car. So something to think about next time you're doing a new build from scratch, or you want to get some parts and pieces done. Powder coating is a great way to make your investment last longer. Hey guys, welcome back to the JPM Performance channel. We got the F Production Miata back from the powder coater. I wanted to kind of start things off on this build with a quick video, getting a good close-up look of just how awesome the chassis looks. Obviously we did all of the fabrication, all of the roll cage, the dash install work, kind of every little trick that you can come up with you want to try and get done before the chassis goes to the powder coater, obviously, because once it comes back, you really shouldn't be grinding and welding on that chassis. So let's take a close-up look at some of the details on how good this powder coating looks. This is a fully powder coated chassis. Now the only thing we've really started putting back in so far is just the brake pedal assembly and the brake bias. But let's take a quick look all around. Obviously this was done on a rotisserie, and you can see just how gorgeous it is underneath as well as in the engine compartment. I'll tell you, if you really want to do it all the way, this is the way to do it. You know, we initially, as you saw, had the chassis baked and blasted, which took off all of the undercoating, paint, any little bit of surface rust there might be, and then you go back and you start doing the fabrication. The main part of the fabrication, obviously, is this roll cage, which turned out really good and looks even better with the powder coating. But you always have to think about the little details, things like a mirror mount. And then of course we did the windscreen, so this holds this side of the windscreen, as well as these little holes here where riv nuts will be installed to hold the windscreen in as well. Also, by removing the outer shell here of the unibody, we're going to be installing fiberglass fenders over this, but it enabled powder coating to get up inside the unibody here to prevent this from ever rusting. So it's a really, really good way for anti-rust and really protect your chassis. Not only that, powder coating is really light and very strong, much stronger than paint. So even if you spill brake fluid, brake clean, whatever, it just won't come off. That's what I love about it. So you can really see how nice this chassis turned out. So obviously what we've got here is some assembly required. This is where the original dash, now he had in his old car, which was the wrecked car, if you've seen that video, that was the black car that had gotten wrecked. And a lot of the pieces we're trying to reuse to save the customer some money, and he kind of liked his dash. Personally, I'm a fan of AIM dashes, and but he wanted to keep his old school analog dashes, so these are actually the mounts that we cut off of the old car and mounted up his dash there. And you can see this car has the floor drop for his awesome Race Tech seat that we're going to be installing. But this is the way you want to start with a brand new chassis. I am super excited to get this build going, and this is really going to be what you want to see when it comes to turning out a proper production race car. So, yep, costs a little bit more. However, it makes all the difference in your build quality. So that's kind of our intro to step one on this build. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start cleaning pieces getting them on, get the motor in, get the transmission in, get the differential in. We've got some really slick control arms that should be back next week, and it's just details from here on out, just plugging away and keeping busy. Hope you guys are enjoying these videos. This is going to be a really fun one to watch. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of these new videos that come up, especially on this new build. Hope you guys are having a great week. See you next time.